Okay, guys, good morning to you once again. Today is the 26th of July, 2021. Today is a Monday. Chinese stocks are selling off, but US equity is at all-time high. So this is something that we are very clear that's ongoing right now in the equity scene. And in fact, I just saw that all the cryptocurrency trading is all going up. All Bitcoins up at almost 40,000 right now. So the funds are moving. So if you're going to tell me that what could be happening is based on history, whenever the cryptocurrency market actually start to move up, right, normally equity market actually pull out. So we are actually seeing a bit of this happening right now. So is this a starting point of the equity market coming down at the same time? So we will look at it later on, okay? All right, once again, this is something that you can see on this cartoon is that this guy, the bear, is like all eyes popping up, very tattered position because he's been shorting the market and the equity market in US kept on going higher, and that's why you can see it's a very bad position. So this guy was saying that, are you in too much coffin? He said, no, just short stocks, okay? So that is the feeling of a lot of bears recently of their position. So disclaimer, as usual, we need to know that everything I share today is really my personal opinion. All right, my job is to translate the charts for you, and end of the day, you make the final decision to trade in the financial market, all right? So with that disclaimer, you have accepted the above and indemnified me, okay? All right, let's continue. So quote of the day is very important to us. That's why losses are necessary as long as they are associated with a technique to help you learn from them. I think that's very, very important. Now, essentially, losses are only a bad thing when you fail to learn from them, but learning from losses, that's whereby you learn and you will not repeat them. I think it's a very important thing that we all agree, right? So that's the reason why every day, quote of the day, to be a successful trader, okay? All right, so let's go into the charts right now. Right, apology for coming in late. Thank you for waiting. All right, we're going to go right now to the charts. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. Now we are seeing some selling in the US equity market as I'm speaking right now, but we go to do the regular Hong Kong, China first. Okay, let's go to the Chinese market first. Now, the Chinese market today is lowering now, is trading lower right now at the moment, okay? You can see right here. Okay, it is lower and it has already broken my technical level. So the next level that I believe that the Chinese market will be going down, the next level will be all the way here, the 50% Fibonacci level, all right? That is at 16040. So I'll write it down for you. I believe that it should be going down towards this point here, and there's 16040. Now where we are now today is trading at about 16370. So we're talking about another 300 plus point to reach that point. All right, is it possible? Well, if the US equity market is to fall, then there's a very high chance that this may actually be happening, okay? So this is my view on the Chinese market and Shanghai A50. And the good news is that we are almost there now. We are just only 20% away from getting this China A50 available for trading for all our students, okay? So we're almost there. So hang on, we are almost pushing that area there, okay? Just give a moment. Oh, a lot of messages is coming in, and of course, remember I did say that China. I did say that Hong Kong will drop, right? Remember that? Remember that I said this to you guys. I said that there's a very good chance that Hong Kong market will drop to a certain figure. It's on last Friday. I hope that you guys remember that. And I'm receiving a lot of people messaging now, asking me about my view in the Hong Kong, and I've been texting them on the site and say that that's what I share with them regarding my view, and it's all seemingly manifesting at the moment right now. So just telling them that MAO, I got time to text them, so hopefully they can do it on their own. Okay, all right, thank you for waiting. So that is China A50. So we look at Hong Kong right now. Hong Kong has really gapped down, as you can see. Hong Kong this morning has gapped down, all right? And the KSI, as I said to you, is red in color. So I've said that last Friday when the market opens exactly a flat top, I did say that likely Hong Kong will be going down, and it seemingly is really happening. All right, it's really happening. So based on the TA side for this, we opening price is between two pivot and pivot two. KSI is red in color. So that's a good chance that the KTR -1 will be triggered. So KTR -1, we are just already been triggered this morning, very early in the morning has been triggered. So if it stays continue like this, then if it goes below the KTR -1, we could see going down to KTR -2, and that's 26,701. And I think that will be a good level for people who short the market to buy back some. For those who shorted last week, right, I mentioned to you, if you really don't mind taking an adventurous step, you can go to short over the weekend and aim somewhere around here. And it seems happening. So because the KSI now, you can see the market is down, but you can see the KSI, the intraday KSI has been green. So that means there's a lot of buying coming in. Probably those people who short sell the market on Friday, they are coming in to buy back their position because it's a good profit, right? See that? It's a very good profit from the opening price to where we are now. It's 800 points profit already. So it's a very sizable profit. Okay, for those who trusted what I say, congratulations. So you can see from the chart, my view back then, I told you that there's a very important neckline. Remember, the neckline that I mentioned was 27,067. I mentioned that particular figure, and I said that if the market, this is the neckline, and this is where it was. And you can see on Friday, the final closing towards the US market closed below. So that's why today gap down is kind of technically expected. The next level the market could be going, well, it should be here. The next technical level that the market could be going will be here, which is about 26,622, right? That's the level that I mentioned last week. So it is like we are down about 200 points away. I think it is possible for the Hang Seng to reach this point, 26,622. Okay, all right. So that is also a very important neckline over here. You can see that there's a lot of resistance and support over there. So the probability of the Hang Seng coming down to 26,622, in my opinion, is pretty high. Okay, so that is my view, and because you can see that the moving averages is very clear, it's a very open gap here. And of course, we know that many US Chinese stock listed in US is having very bad problem. I'll talk about this later. And that is why I'm saying that there is a chance to see 26,622 being traded. All right, so how many of you have shorted the market on Hang Seng? If you shorted Hang Seng, can you just key the word shorted? Yeah, so that I can know that you guys have followed me and shorted the Hang Seng based on what I shared on last Friday. Okay. All right. Good morning to you, Kelza. It's a blessed morning. Thank you very much. Thank you, Eric. All right. Thank you. Yes, Min Hui has shorted. Congratulations to you. Well done. Min Hui, you are doing very well. I mean, crypto, you're doing okay, but now your equity market, wow, getting better and better. Congratulations to you, Min Hui. All right. So you see that it pays off. Also this Eric also shorted. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Okay. Let us continue with the other sharing. So a lot. Okay. So that is that. So if the Hang Seng do drop to 26,700 and below, give me a text, okay? So that we can actually look whether it can hit the 26,622. Okay. All right. So that is the Hong Kong and the Dow Jones and the China A50. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Now, this morning, Dow Jones start to sell. Not too sure what is the reason. Anyone can provide a reason for me today? What's the reason for the selling early this morning? I mean, I don't see any much news. So let's just go through the motion. Okay, first of all, we have the MLP that we need to draw. This is MLP, right? Not drawn to scale. So the market is trading below the MLP right now. Okay. Then the second thing that what it's looking at is that this is the moving average. This is the MA30, and MA30 is still a distance from the current price. We are still seeing that the MA30 is trading at about 30. 34,000. Yeah, can't really see that. Okay. 34,656. Okay. 656. Okay. And this is the last BNB. This is the RL. This is the SL. So the SL happened to be in line with the MA30. So there's nothing we can speculate. But of course, if the market breaks the low of last Friday, then there is a small little chance that the Dow may take this point as a form of a support. So the Dow Jones now is trading at 34,928. So for it to drop to 656, you need to drop at least 300 points. So there must be a compelling reason for the Dow Jones to drop that much. So I'm not too sure what would be the reason, because fundamentally everything looks okay. But there's something that we are seeing in the market is the T-bills. Now T-bills are the very short-term debts created by the government, US government, and recently there is a bit of like squeeze. Now today, this particular topic is actually very interesting. I'll talk about this tomorrow during our Super Tuesday. I think that's a very interesting topic to talk about, but it's quite dry. So I'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay, all right. So that is the Dow Jones in terms of the conventional charts. Okay, let's just look at the weekly chart right now. Let's take a look. Okay, here we go. Now this is the weekly chart. You can see right here the weekly chart. The weekly chart on Friday, it basically closed above the short-term trend line. So that's why I left it there. So the question is this, when will I remove this line? Well, you can see that it's very clear every time when the market goes below the short-term trend line, almost instantaneously, the next week, the market will recover, right? Okay, I just saw the news from Colin, our CNBC, the yield drop, 10-year yield drop, and China foreign minister warns US not to be a bully. Okay, thank you, Liu. And thank you, Colin, for sharing that. Okay, so I'll look at the yield shortly. All right, but then we look at now. So with this actually happening, we saw it going back above the short-term trend line. So the market actually has broken away my major trend line already. So actually I have to remove this away. I'll redraw this later on. Okay, but it's still holding, the fact that it's still holding above the short-term trend line. So unless we can see something very clear that it drops below again, then for 2 weeks in a row, then maybe we will have a bit of problem. But if not, now it's still rather okay. All right. So that is the conventional. Let's look at our own indicator. Okay. Hang Seng is still coming down a little bit. Okay, let's look at the Dow Jones first. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for the Dow Jones this morning, the opening price happened to be between the two pivot 1 and pivot 2, and the KSI happened to be green. So logically speaking, we should see the market going up. But if you follow the chart-wise, the +1 and -1 chart, so we know that if the Dow now is trading below OP, that means the first support will come at KTR -1. The first support will come at KTR -1. So traders, if you are, for some reason, you shorted the Dow Jones this morning, then do take note, you should look forward to buy back your position soon. And you see that, wow, exactly as what I just said, okay? I haven't seen the chart earlier. You can see that, again, as usual, the BNB came out here. Don't you find it very familiar? Deja vu, right? Remember? We were talking about this over the Sunday revision, and we talked about the deja vu effect, and we talked about when you see a BNB, then it's a single yellow, what will naturally do if you put the two lines there, you will know that that is how they talk to each other. And we also say that if the KSI day chart is actually green, the probability you come down here, go down all the way to the KTR -1 is very high. And we just draw this chart earlier. Remember, just draw this chart, and the market really hit that point. And the crazy part is, look at here. This is a 15-minute chart, right? The market actually from the high dropped all the way down to KTR -1, and then it stopped there, amazingly recovered. That is incredible. That is why I'm so impressed with this system of mine. It really is that how on earth did the market know that this is the lowest point of the day, at least for that moment, right? And once you reach there, you notice that the market consolidate around this area because already the chart tell you that when you hit KTR -1, it will stop them temporarily, and it really, really happens. All right, so don't you find this is really incredible? So if you think that this really is incredible, right? Wow, 26,640 broken already. Wow, okay, we go to that. Right, if you think that this system of mine is incredible, please key the word incredible, please. All right, let's look at the Hang Seng right now. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Some selling. There's still some selling in the market. Let's look at Hong Kong, the conventional. Oh my goodness, it's coming there. 26,622 is going to come. So for those people who are short in Hang Seng, can I give you my personal little advice? So please go and buy back and do the position there. Okay. The one I just said to you, the position is 26,622. Okay. Go and buy back there. That will be a good thing to do. Okay. Okay, let me just do me a favor because I have to make some money to give my friends who have been supportive of me. They know that I'm still quarantined and I need to make some money out of this. Yeah, so I need to text them and tell them say to take profit. That's my job, lah. Okay, so I think I've done a fairly decent job here. I think they should be happy with me. Okay, just give me one more minute. I'm so sorry. This is something that I have to do. This is part of life. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. 26, 22 is a good level to buy back. So I type to them and they listen, they heard it loud and clear. Okay, so sorry. Imagine that doing a live trading and things is happening right now for you and it is all really happening. This is the amazing part of this entire as a trader. Oh gosh, doing our internet is very slow right here today. I think everybody's up watching the market. Okay, almost done. Oh gosh, when you want things fast, it gets slower. Okay, I'm so sorry. It's done. Okay. Oh, crazy. All right, congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to you, Eric and Minhui. Congratulations to you. Okay. All right, so let's look at the Hang Seng. It really is coming down and stuff like that. Okay. Let's look at the Dow Jones. As I said earlier, I show you that it likely will go to KTR -1. It already hit there. Let's look at the NASDAQ right now. Now, this is the NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ I just traded all-time high this morning. Again, new all-time high. Now, someone did ask me, Cal, how high do you think that the NASDAQ will go? And I did tell him that, to my personal view, anything above 15,000 is a good sell. All right, I repeat myself. I don't mince my words. Anything above 15,000 is a sell. So of course I'm wrong by 100 points now, but I think that is my personal take. I believe that this could be the wave that we are looking at. So if you want to buy the NASDAQ, I will say that it doesn't make any sense now to chase after the NASDAQ right now. So I give you my personal opinion on how I see the NASDAQ. Okay. Now you look at the NASDAQ. Okay. So look at it. This is the nearest BMB is this guy here. So this is the nearest. Sorry, not this guy. Where is it? This is the guy. This is the nearest BMB, and they're already done deal already. So it is not longer being used at the moment. The MA30 is actually here right now, and that is the at 14,760. So I will suggest you as a personal friend, I will say that if the NASDAQ is to fall, let it come down all the way to the MA30. And the MA30, this particular level is 14,760. Okay, that will be the level that you should be looking at. Because the last time when this happened, the market did break below it, but it recovers, right? And this happened again over here. So that's why I will suggest to traders that if you want to take a short position, you are taking a bit of risk here because this coming week is going to be a very heavy week for technology companies. So I don't see that the tech shares will come out worse earnings. In fact, it will be better earnings. So if you want, you can consider just look up for this 14,760 will be a level to watch out for the NASDAQ. Okay, 14,760. Okay. All right. Then if you look at today's chart on the NASDAQ, Now you can see that today in the NASDAQ, the opening price is between the two pivots. Okay, so two pivots means that if the market and the KSI happen to be still in green color, so the market likely will be going upwards. Okay, I believe that the market will go upwards to KTR +1. And if really the market do pull back what we're seeing right now because of the global market, then maybe the maximum is KTR -1 because the KSI happen to be green. So you notice that I'm actually like the program recorder. I'm saying the same thing repeatedly over and over again, but it usually works. So if anybody want to buy the NASDAQ, you may want to wait for it to come down first to this point here. And this point is the KTR -1, and that is 15,063. So if the NASDAQ do come down to this particular point, do suspect that the market may find some base and may actually recover. Okay. So traders look at that. Oh, Hang Seng is now trading at 26,622. Oh, 23. Oh, dear gosh. All right. Oh my goodness. The Hang Seng has triggered that level. Wow, my message is coming in that fast. Wow. So many messages are all coming in right now to my handphone. Wow, congratulations to all of you. Well done. Yes. Okay, guys, this is really, really incredible time. And it's not that we are short selling the market is making us happier, but at least it proved that the technical analysis that been sharing is actually really happening. Wow, congratulations to all of you. Once again, congratulations. All right, for those who have profited from the market, I'm very happy for you because we did a live just now, right? And I said that there's a very good chance that the Hang Seng will be coming down all the way, and it really came down. All right, congratulations to all of you. Okay, all right, let's continue. Now the S&P 500 now is also trending lower, as you can see right here. Of course, the yields, what is actually happening to the yields right now? Right? Let's take a look at what happened to the yields. Let me see if I can get my stuff. Where is it? Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, I'm trying to get my chart in. Okay, found it. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. What's happening over there? Okay, so let's look at the yield. And your yields now, there we go. Oh, okay. Well, if you look at the yield right now, it's trending at 1.2650. 1.2650 is not really a sell-off. It's really not a real sell-off, in my opinion. It's really not. It's the T-bills that actually want to take a look. I'm sure they have it here. Let's try. Okay, don't have. Okay, invalid symbol. I think that's another name for that. Okay, but look at the dollar index right now. See, the dollar index is not really moving much. See, the dollar index is pretty okay. The VIX also not really there. So I cannot see what is the main reason. I mean, of course, you're talking about the Chinese stocks is definitely down quite a bit. That is the main thing. All right, let's go back to our charts and take a look. Okay. All right. So China A50 is crashing down. Yeah. Wow. Look at it. I just said that the China A50 will go down to 16040, right? And it's actually really happening already. Oh my goodness. I just said that just about 15 minutes ago. I said that the China A50 will be going down to 16040 and the low of the day is 16046. Oh my God. Incredible, right? Oh, this is really bad. Okay, this is very bad. But I've been saying this. Recently, there is a very well-known educator. Okay, he says that it's a time to buy Chinese stocks. I totally disagree. I felt that the Chinese stock will go down further if the US market pulls back. It doesn't work directly. You cannot tell me that the US equity market is up, and if it come down, the Chinese stock is bought up. I don't really buy that. Maybe some funds will go and buy because it's cheap right now. But the thing is that, no, I believe that if the US equity market is fall, this time round, right, the Chinese stock market will also fall in a great magnitude. And wow, what will happen is this: if the market really loses this level, it's 16040. If the market really loses 16040, technically, wow, the next level that it can go, which is a very critical level, and that's 14,966. Wow, my God, that's 1,000 points. Wow, 1,000 points. That will take the life out of Hong Kong also at the same time. So do I think that you'll come back to here? Well, let's put it this way. For Chinese market, it's very easy for them to actually push it up like this. Okay, it's very easy. If they want to do it, they can do it in a couple of days. Okay, so it's not really impossible to see the price coming down to 14,996. But I strongly believe that there will be the plunge protection team coming in also in the Chinese market. So I'm going to put it this way. Okay, I think that 16040 will be a good level to watch out for buying interest. All right. Okay, you heard me loud and clear. It's a good level to look out for buying interest. If it stabilizes there, it's a good buy. Okay, if you stabilize there. But if the market really collapses, then I will be very comfortable to tell you that if it goes down, right, then this level, 14,966, will be a very good price for you to buy. It'll be a very, very good price for you to buy. Okay, very, very good price. Okay, all right. When you stabilize the 040, okay, all right, okay, stabilize. So like you will break lah. I mean, you move around. I mean, I'm talking about general speaking, because if you notice, 161.8 Fibonacci, right, is a very important neckline. Now, what I did, as I say again, I show this to you one more time, guys. This is the low I used. This is the high I used. Okay, then we do the stretching, right? So when you stretch itself, right, you notice that the 61.8, look at it. This is the area here that is showing you the history. And you look carefully, right, this particular level seemingly to be a very important technical level. Can you see that? Do you see that? Yeah, it seems to be a very important technical level that the market will use it as form of a base. So undeniable itself, right, that if the market do come down, then this level here, 14,966 is actually very, very possible. Okay, it's actually very, very possible. So, but that will be a lovely time to buy, because if you look at history once again, the last time we see something like this, where the RSI hits below 30, that was the time when the market bottom out. Can you see that? And this was the last time also. It happened, hit 30, and the market bottom out. Okay. So overall here right now, we can see very clear that it's actually presenting a pretty good buy signal. But because the stock market, the US market is still not down yet. So that's the reason why I say that if the Chinese market pull back, then this 14,966 level will be an absolutely brilliant point to buy. Okay, all clear on this? If everybody clear, please key the word clear right now. All right, congratulations to those who actually make money from all the sharing that I say. Congratulations to all of you guys. This is really excellent. Okay. Okay, so we have looked at the Chinese market, sorry, on very extensively, because today is on the Chinese stocks especially, and we talked about S&P already, and we just look at the Hong Kong has recovered. The Hong Kong market hit the 26,622 and it recovered. Oh my God, look at it. Look at the way how live is this going on. You can see that. I say that you hit 26,622 and I say after you hit that, it recover, and oh my God, it really recovering. Oh, this is really incredible. Really live, right? Incredible. Okay, so that is the Dow, and let's look at the DAX. Now, the DAX, I already mentioned that if DAX can cross the MA 30, it will be a buy, and the number I gave was 15,566, and it really happened. And incredibly, today, it will be using around the same figure, slightly higher, and the number, it will be 15,570. Okay, 570. Okay, so Very simple. With the US, if the market coming down like that right now, right? Okay, it is very clear that there is a possibility that we're going to see the market using this as a base support, 15,570. Okay. Now the resistance is the last BNB SL level, and that's about 15,710. Okay, that will be the resistance, support and resistance level, 710. Okay, so that will be for DEX. Okay. Basically, Arun had texted me yesterday. He said that recently he's not on NAO because he's very, very busy with property project, and he believes that the property market will go up by at least 20 to 30% in the next few years. Wow. Okay, so Arun is definitely pretty busy with that, which I can understand. Okay, so just in case you ask, where's Arun recently? That's what he texted me yesterday. Okay. All right, so let's just look at the Nikkei, right? Wow, Nikkei is also selling off. Nikkei. Now, Nikkei almost hit the MA30 this morning. MA30 happened to be somewhere near here, which is about 28,256. 28,256. That's the Nikkei. And let me just double check. Okay. Yeah, this is not BNB. Missed by a bit, missed by 1 point with a BNB. So anything to watch out for? MLP is here today. MLP is 28,080, and the market is now already 100 points below that level, 180 points below the level. So it's more towards some selling. There's some selling in the market. All right. All right. So that is what actually happening right now. Kind of scary though, what's happening over suddenly, because we are going to have a very big tech earnings this week, right? So not too sure what's happening across the board. Okay, so we have that. We look at the Nikkei. Hang Seng and recover beautiful. Oh my God, look at Hang Seng, the way it recovered, hit the pivot tool beautifully, 588. Wow, reaches there and rebounded. Oh my goodness. This is why, our system is so incredible. All these numbers are already on screen for any traders. Imagine you're in Hong Kong or you're a Hong Kong trader, and I text you, these are the numbers, watch out for, and the Hong Kong really come down. The low of the day is 26,586. And Hang Seng hit the level 26588 and rebound. Wow, my goodness, rebounded 100 to 200 points. So, wow, this is really insane, right? How did the market know this number? How did the system actually know this number? All these are available on your screen. This is insanity, right? Really incredible. Okay, all right. So let's look at the Nikkei. Day chart first. Okay, the Nikkei today is supposed to be update. KSI is green color. Supposed to be update, but it just didn't manifest out. Okay, so we have to leave it there. Okay, so that will be all. Maybe Nikkei will not stay at the day low because the KSI is green, right? So it can buy back some position. Nikkei. Now Nikkei already hit below NTR -3, so maybe it's time to buy back some position. See, the market purposely closed at the low end, stop there and recover, right? Whenever markets sell down, like bit of big selling, right? I always love to look at the next bar. And the next bar actually doesn't go down, right? I can tell you this, very good chance it will recover, because this is how a typical sell stop trigger way is traded. You look at the market in the long haul, you will see that whenever you see a big sell off and next bar doesn't go down, right? It's almost clear the next two bar will be up. Really, this is what I teach us in PTP lah. So for PTP students, you will know about this. It's going to be ROC method, but we do it on day chart. But intraday chart, if you dare to apply on it, right, it's actually feasible. So guys, PTP is going to have maybe next 2 weeks from now. So do consider to join PTP. I'm very sure that Eric joined PTP. That's why he's making money from the Hang Seng. That is very, very clear. Okay, so that is all the equities market. Let's look at the gold market right now. Now for gold, let's take a look right now. For gold, let's go to conventional chart first. Now gold is actually now trading higher. Gold is actually trading higher, and we mentioned that gold it's very, very tight. You can see there's a very tight consolidation on gold right now. Okay, so you can see that gold today, the 1,800 level will still be the key point, 1,800, 1,800. It's still going to be that level. And it seems to be gold is now taking the opposite movement. Whenever the equity market falls, the gold goes up. And the equity market, goes up, the gold come down. Now, this only recently, okay, that's happening because we have proven that over the span of time, actually gold and the equity market goes in hand. So now we are seeing that gold is trading a bit higher, so there seems to be some inflation fear, and that's why gold is doing that. And the 1810 is the MA 200 level. So if the gold can stay above 1810, gold can go all the way to 1829 or 1830 level. All right. And if you notice, this is also the BNB. This is the BNB. So if you remember how do we utilize BNB, we have the BNB extension. Can you see that? This is the BNB day chart extension. So if the gold stays up, it can go all the way up to the point of 1830. Now, if the gold stays down, then there is a chance they go to 1769. So I'm not too sure where the gold will be going, but at least from now we are saying it basically supported itself beautifully at MA 30. So that means the upside potential is definitely there. The upside potential is definitely there. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, upside potential. Okay, so weekly chart wise, let's take a look. Weekly chart wise is still kind of resisted at 1820, but the market is going to try again. If the market try and manage to close above 1820, then there should be upside, okay, for gold. That should be upside for gold. Okay, let's look at the gold chart right now. Wow, today's gold is a very clear long indication. Why? Because it's above OP, right? Now, today's the opening price is actually at 18.01, and above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy, right? Above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. And the KSI is green. So guys, today is a very good day to buy gold, isn't it? Today is a very good day to buy gold. And of course, we have the bar before that is a BNB. So if the market break the RL, will be quite interesting, all right? Break the RL will be very interesting. The only thing is this, if the equity market fall a bit too heavy later on, example, then maybe gold be affected. But if the market is going to buy gold in exchange to protect themselves in the equity market, then gold will go ballistic. So it depends on whether market is going to take gold as a form of the way to sell out to protect the equity market, or they're going to buy gold to protect equity market by hedging it. So it's all depending on how the funds want to do with the gold market. But technicality, we should look for gold to buy, right? So now gold has just traded past the OP of the day. So just now, if you have basically used the technique, this is pivot 1. Look at it, beautiful, right? Look at it, oh my goodness. KCX is low there. So this is where you should be looking to buy. The OP is here, this is OP, right? So you should be buying right above the OP just now. It means that this is your entry, this is your stop loss. So you're almost there for 1P. So the day chart of gold for the day chart is green, right? KSI is green. So that means that there is a very good possibility that gold could be able to go towards KTR plus 1. And KTR plus 1 is 1808, okay? 1808. There is a good chance that gold could be going to 1808. So traders who are trading in gold, you may want to look at gold to buy towards 1808, okay? Clear on that? Okay, clear? Okay, so how many of you have bought gold already? How many of you has already bought gold because of this above pivot trade itself? Can I see a show of hands? How many of you have bought gold already? Okay, all right. So some of you have bought gold, is it? Okay, my system stuck a little bit again. Okay. Excellent, Winnie, Bernard. Okay, Anthony, Susan, all entered. Min Hui says that a bit waiting, missed the entry bar, wait for pullback. Okay, no problem. So looking at 1808 first. Okay, my first target will be 1808.85. That is the level that I'm looking at. Okay, for gold. Okay, 1808.85. Okay, all right. So that is live sharing right now on gold. Hopefully you guys are able to make some money from the market. As I say, guys, you guys make money. That is the greatest validation for all of us, because this is how it works. You see, all is about whether how much you are going to, what you're going to do with the market end of the day. Because techniques are all there. We are sharing it very openly with everybody here. So end of the day is that how much money do you want to make from the market? It's all totally rely on you. Okay. All right. Well, today my phone is going to break. So many messages coming in, and I'm just telling them to just hang on a little bit, say that go and do whatever you do, and trade whatever they should be doing. Oh my God, just give me one more sec. Well, okay, some individuals have saw the Hang Seng recovered. Okay, wow, fantastic. The Hang Seng has recovered beautifully. See that? Look at it. Look at Hang Seng. Oh my God, recover all the way. Oh my goodness. See, that is why I'm saying that we really have a very powerful system, really very powerful. Imagine that in Hong Kong, you tell them to buy back Hang Seng at this point, and they really bought it, and now they'll be like up by 300 points in profit. Oh my God, fantastic, right? Okay. Okay. So where's my goal? Okay. So how about the silver? Now, silver is basically, you can see very clearly, it's trying to find its footing at the moment. We saw a BNB. So we can have a new BNB here. That's for silver. And then we have the MLP. Okay. So which means that silver now is in a new BNB. If silver can also break past 25.47, there is a chance for silver to trade higher a little bit to 25.77. Okay, that is what I'm saying for silver. But you notice that silver is moving slower than gold, undeniable. When it comes to buying, silver is more a speculative product than a hedging product. You know that because you don't hedge with silver, you hedge with gold. All right. So for silver, for today, it's already touches the P2 this morning, and now it's trading above the opening price. That's why silver will be looking for upside, but only downer is a silver. The KSI is red in color, so the upside could be limited unless it bridges past the BNB RL level. Okay, we're going to open the silver group soon. Okay, silver group. Okay, not many people is inside there yet, but I'm sure when we get more people trading silver, I'm sure that people will like it. So we're going to have the silver group very soon. TWB silver group. Yeah, I'll talk about this again tomorrow. More on this tomorrow. Last but not least is crude oil. Now, crude oil price, let's take a look, crude oil. Now, crude oil has really rebounded. Remember, I told you to buy crude oil at $66. Remember, I said that crude oil was a buy at $66. Remember? Anyone remember that? Do you remember that I did say that crude oil will be a buy at $66? Remember? If you remember that I say crude is a buy at $66, right? Please key REM 66. Of course, I did say that if crude oil comes to 63 to 64 will be the better price, but I say that it will take a very big sell-off to reach there. So I did say that if crude oil can go past 66, you can buy, and I say that it will go back up to the MA 30, and that is $71, and it really, really happens. Okay, beautiful, really, really beautiful. So now the question is that will the will crude oil go higher? Well, you can see that recently when the crude oil goes up, the equity market goes up, right? So there is a very direct relationship for them at the moment. So if crude oil is to come down, then definitely the equity market will also be coming down, because we have seen this before. When the crude oil came down, the equity market also came off. All right. So my personal view right now on crude oil is that now at this price at $71.89 happen to be the MA30 mark. All right, so we will expect to see some form of resistance at this moment here. Okay, so that is the MLP is somewhere around here, about 71. And that will be all. Is any BNB nearest to it? Yeah, wait a minute, where's the nearest BNB? The nearest BNB is this guy here. Okay. The nearest BNB is this guy here, this one, the one in black. So this is forming the resistance, and this is the MLP. Okay. So it seems that there'll be some form of resistance at about 72 area here for time being. Okay, so that is the crude oil, and we look at crude oil chart for today's TWB chart. The opening price is between two pivot, but KSI is green. So that means that upside potential is there if it stays above OP. If not, the downside will be limited, capped to -1 to -2 KTR. Okay, so that will be my view on the crude oil. Okay. All right, so I've covered all the markets. I think, yeah, everything I have done. Okay, so thank you guys for waiting for me earlier. Now we're going to go right back to the PowerPoint. So I wish you all the best for today's market, and hopefully you guys can make lots of money from trading the gold market and the equity market. Okay. All right, so we're going to go right now to our news of the day, and we're going to go right into our this alternate market view and also the reason to be bullish. Okay, just give me a 5 seconds water break. Right, please leave a comment. Please, leave me a like button, a love button, so that it still inspire me. Okay, thank you, everybody. Okay, let's go for the news of the day. Okay, now, first of all, we went through all the fundamental stocks, and they are done very well. All the earnings were fantastic, and of course, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, S&P 500 all went up. So today is 26th of this July. We have the can't really see some words there, but I don't think anything big. But the one that is going to be big is tomorrow. Apple. Wow, Apple. Apple will be the one mainly. Then after that, there is GE. Okay, GE will be next. So big one. Visa. Okay, so I expect Apple, GE, Visa all to do very well. UPS also should be doing okay. So in fact, tomorrow will be a very good day for buying. In fact, okay. But on Wednesday, that will be the big one. With Facebook will come out, Boeing, definitely. Then Ford, then PayPal, Pfizer, all these are big ones. And on Thursday, we have, not too much. On Friday, it's Caterpillar, the ExxonMobil, P&G, Chevron. So this week, actually, right, from 27th to the 30th, except for 29, all are pretty big companies, and likely they will be doing pretty good. Their data should be pretty good. So if the market is going to buy ahead of it, I think they have bought it last 2 weeks already. They already bought it last 2 weeks. So this week is more of cashing out, especially if they do tell you that the third quarter, they don't expect that well. But some companies already say that they are doing well last quarter, but this coming quarter, the end of the year, they may not do as well. And when the market sees that, and they already be buying in anticipation of this earnings, and you give something like this, they usually will not want to, buy into the market. So that is something that you must take note of that. Huh? Very, very, very important. Okay, so that is the what we have. And also don't forget, Susan go live every day. Susan will be doing live sharing from Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, the night session, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Susan will be also doing that. So at least Susan do 8 live sessions for entire week. Okay, 8 sessions. Fantastic, Susan. All right, how she do it? She'll tell you what to do. She'll look at the market. She'll text to you. She'll show you charts and inform you where to buy or to sell. Now, do understand this. No one can win forever. No one will always win. So there will be time when Susan will make some losses, but that is part of trading. But the main thing is, the main objective is for you guys to practice and benefit out of that. Okay. All right. Now our PTP class will be on the 14, 15, 16. Now it's supposed to be a physical class, but because of the so-called Singapore heightened restriction right now, we have a bit of problem. Hopefully, that means that we will not be able to do that. Okay, the physical class. But physical class is also based on not in office, but we're doing a hotel. So we are making some calls and check whether it is possible. So a hotel site should be okay lah, should be all right. But I think we need to get the jabs in. Okay. So we have people already signed up like Andrew, we have people like Roy, we have people like Gan Tan, okay, the people like Bahir, they have already, Basir, sorry, have already paid up and they're already on the way to become PTP family members. So guys, if you really want to be part of PTP, please contact Susan. Yeah, all right. It's a very good time to learn this because you want to really make some money and learn it, all right? It's very, very important. Now, do note by 1st of August, which is just a couple of days, right? Our TWB system will be repackaged to TWB premium package, all right, whereby we give a lot of stuff, but main thing is this, the price will be revised to 2,888 Singapore dollars. So if you have friends who want to join us, it's still going at 1,688. We do not want to waste this opportunity to come in at a lower price. But of course, when the price is higher, there'll be a lot more benefits. So it's up to you as individual. Do you want to go for the benefits or you want to basically go for something cheaper? So this is why we want you to consider. Okay, so remember this, by 1st of August, the price will change to 2,888. Okay. Now for the US key economic calendar, we're going to have a pretty interesting week on Monday, which is today. We have new home sales. We're looking at about 800,000 sales. I believe the number will drop instead. In my personal opinion, I think it will drop down to about 770. That's my personal take. Okay. So of course, we talk about the rest of the numbers as we go by. But very important is this Thursday at 2 a.m. That is where the FOMC statement will come out. And of course, there's the Federal Reserve rate decision. And I don't think there's any changes to the rate. And I don't think Jerome Powell will take any stand on this. We'll just tell you that everything's transitory, all is good and stuff like that. So the market may see it as an opportunity to buy again, who knows, right? Then of course in the evening, which is the what do you call Thursday evening, this Thursday morning, Thursday evening, we have all the GDP number, initial jobs claim, and so forth, right? The timing is all Singapore time. I already changed for you already. So take note of that. Okay. All right, so let's look at the Dow Jones on Friday. The Dow Jones went all the way up, no stopping. That's how it is every week. It's always the same on Friday. So the Dow Jones up by 200 points, closed above the 35,000 for the first time ever. Now it went past 35,000, but it never closed above 35,000. But last Friday, it finally closed above 35,000. So at the moment now, right, main thing is this, the blue chip is up. All right, for the 4 straight days, it already made a 1,000 point, just 4 trading days. Incredible, right? That's how powerful the money is. But primary also, the yield also went up, right? See, the yield also bounced out to 1.28%. So you see that on Friday when the Dow Jones was up, the yield was also up. So you tell me that yield today dropped and the Dow Jones dropped, right? Is it the same thing? Okay, that is this something. But we always know that the yield goes up, the Dow goes down, right? Not the other way around. So that is quite interesting. So the bond market is definitely surprising people. It's not really understanding what's happening right now in the bond market. Everybody quite lost. Okay, I'll talk about this tomorrow. We'll talk about the treasury yield part. Okay, that is something more important. But of course, the main thing is that the strong earning from the tech stock this coming week will be very, very important. All right, we saw Twitter, we saw Snap, all doing very well. I mean, think about this. Twitter can be doing well, imagine during this period of time. So definitely the technology counter should be doing pretty okay. But of course, you must understand the technology counters been up for the last 3 weeks and they've been buying before the earnings result. So when the earnings come out, right, if the market just gives a lukewarm expectation on the future, the market may actually go into profit taking. Okay. All right, so let's do a quick recap of what happened on Friday. Very fast, you can see that the Dow Jones opening price was between the 2 pivot, but because the KSI is green, hence therefore when the market goes above OP, above pivot 1, it's definitely a buy. This is what we all trained to know. And truth be told, you can see that the market did a BMB right here and did a CCRY here. KSI turned green in color. Terrain is positive. That's why the Dow went up. But once you hit the pivot 1, it stabilized there. If you follow the rules, above OP, above pivot 1, all right, CCRY buy, you make money again. If you follow the rules, above OP, above pivot 1, you buy again. You follow rules, you make money, and you make money, and you make money. That's the reason why I love above OP, above pivot 1 groups. And today, I believe that gold is doing that. That's why I'm telling you this, guys. As long gold stays above OP and pivot 1, today will be a lovely day to long gold. Okay, to long gold, to make intraday money. Okay. All right. Now today, there's no news of gold this morning when I did my research. So not too sure why there's no news, but I couldn't find. Most of them are 3 days, 4 days news, and majority of them are talking about Olympic. So it's not the same type of gold we're talking about. Look at the gold trading. You can see that this is what happened on Friday. So the gold opening price was slightly above the pivot 1, but the KSI was green. So when the gold came down, right, we know that even it come down, but because the KSI is green, ATR -1, it gets supported, and then do a CCRY, you'll be a buy up again. And also on Friday, during that morning MAO, I did say that gold will come down to 1790. Remember? I said that gold will come down to 1790, and the low of the day, wow, it was crazy. It was 1789.63. Now, why I remember this because I did a video on this. So look at it. The prediction was 1790. The gold low was 1789, and then after that, it rebounded back all the way to close at 1801. So don't you realize that this is really incredible stuff? And of course, remember, somebody are saying that the gold will go down today, but I told you guys, just follow the chart and follow the rules, and you can see that gold going up. So sometime in life, whatever research you can see from the mainstream media, you have to come with the real market of the day to really do yourself a favor. If not itself, right, it's very easy to be swayed by some of the outside technical information, and then after that, you get yourself hit for nothing. So do note the KSI is green. That's why the buying is still there. Ready? Yeah. All right. Okay. So that is the gold. Thank you, Susan. All right. This is what happened to gold on Friday. Okay. So you can see that the gold price was basically playing around, falling around. Then when it came down, that was a low of the day, 1789.63. And that was where it stopped. And then after that, you see there's a BMB right here. It's a BMB. Then the CCRY came in, and then gold goes up. All right, so that's the why whenever I see a BMB, I'm always very happy, because if the market triggered any of the KTRs or the pivot or OP, right, with BMB, I'm always there to watch the market. Okay, so guys, got it clear? Very clear, right? This is how we trade in the market. All right, so we're going to the news right now. The news. Okay. Now, the earnings and the Federal Reserve are the next big catalyst as stocks enter week ahead of upswing, right? Indeed. So we have earnings this week, very big earnings for 165 companies, okay, will be due to report. Wow, this is going to be a big one. We have Apple, Microsoft, and Alphabet, okay, among them, okay? So we have big companies, okay, going to do their earnings, okay? And it's going to be pretty crazy because the magnitude of the upside is still very unappreciated according to this guy. So he says that, right, many companies will beat estimate. The only question is that will they follow through, or would they have a better estimate next quarter, right? That's a question mark. So kind of like chicken and egg thingy. All right, so you can see that right now, right, the yields have came off, so that lowered down the inflation worry. So that's why they are saying that overall, this is a very good time to get into the equity market. So I have my reservation. I think that we have already went a bit high. You can buy on intraday trade, but to buy a lot at this current price now and hope for the best, I think that's pretty dangerous. Now, the rapid growth of the US economy has seen it's about to hit the wall. Now, why do we say that? Because first of all, the GDP is pretty moving at very alarming speed. And of course, some economists say that, right, this speed itself is too fast. It doesn't make sense because there's no follow through. So you're saying that although the rapid pace of growth is there, but it's only by some companies, so it's not a general thing, and people's life didn't really change much. So that's why we do see a bit of roller coaster in the time to come. And of course, the digital yuan has posed a bit of challenge to the US dollar. You can see this is the digital yuan, how it looks like. So basically for digital yuan, there are some people speculating that it's going to beat the US in the innovation on an online money. And they find that right now we have 1 million people exposed to the digital yuan, that it's going to be it will be good. But of course, US is still behind. All right. So they're saying that with this digital yuan, privacy will become something not there. And because of that itself, right, they felt that this USA shouldn't be resting on its current position if they follow what the Chinese are doing. And do note, they are saying that this is going to be a largest threat to the West, which is like when this thing is ready, the market may there'll be a shift of funds, and that will actually hurt the US economy, all right? And of course, in terms of supreme power. So that's the reason why today we see the Hong Kong and the Chinese shares coming down, because another group of US listed China stocks plunge as Beijing regulator cracks down. So TAL Education, New Oriental Education and Technology, right? They lost 70 to 54% respectively from their high. And let me show you the chart right now. This TAL, look at it. Oh my God, it was $90. It took many years, took 3 years from this $25 go all the way to $90, right? But then after that, at $90, it plunged all the way down back to below $20. Okay, now it's trading at a very low price. It's about $6. Sorry, $6 here. It gapped down on Friday. You see that it gapped down. Oh my goodness, down by another 50, about another 70%. So from the highest point to the lowest point is down by 90% really. Oh my goodness, this is really, really insane. So imagine that you are at $20 this morning, you wake up, it's already at only $6, down by 70% intraday. Oh my God, that is really crazy. And of course, look at this is New Oriental Education. Oh my God, this morning also gapped down. It's like it was closing at $6 plus. It was very down from $20, and now it's at $2. So it's down by almost near to 85%. This is really very crazy. Imagine that all the effort built to buy on the stock is just flushed in 6 months. So 2.5 years of a great job, 6 months it just flushed away. Now, why is that so? Regulation is one, the other one is market forces. So that's why market forces can be very scary when it really happens. Now, of course, you may say, Cal, is it good to buy discounters? Well, I will say that you can try, but I will not advocate right now. So let me bring it to you why this guy is saying that should just avoid China stock for time being. Let's watch.
Well, I think everybody talking, including my buddy Jim this morning, about communism and the party and all that. This has nothing to do with isms. I'm too old for isms. This has to do with a single strongman government afraid of losing power. The threat is free circulation of energy. They have now wonderful tools to manage energy, the government, to manage information. And so basically, they've taken on, since the Ant IPO was canceled, they've been slowly nationalizing the information industry as a way of controlling the dialogue inside China.
So it feels in the long run like there has to be a trade-off between power and growth. And perhaps we're all going to see in China's case whether they can have both. More in the near term, as far as investors are concerned, are you basically warning them away from Chinese names of all varieties?
Well, as I said a few days ago on Fast Money, this is a spicy meatball. This is not something most investors should even touch. If you don't have on-the-ground information sources in China, I'd stay away from this. However, long-term, companies like Alibaba and Bilibili is the eye of the hurricane for today's issues. Those are going to be among the best tech companies in the world. China's long-term position in the global economy will depend on their ability to attract and retain tech talent. And so they have she has a trade-off problem between tech industry and control short-term over his power base. He can't kill the tech industry, he can only wound it. And these are companies today, both Bilibili and Pinduoduo are companies that are selling for 2 times their revenues 2 years out. And Alibaba is selling for 2 times their earnings 3 years out.
Right.
These companies are just way too cheap. So I would have little positions in them to watch. And long term, I want to have significant positions in all of those companies.
Because I suppose for most investors, they might understand the near-term risks and the posturing or, here in order to make sure that it controls information and data, but they can't possibly have an interest in harming these companies in the longer run. Why would they? Wouldn't investors ultimately be on the side of Chinese growth or the Chinese Communist Party if they have ownership in these names?
Absolutely. And, the Huawei story was the beginning of this. And the U.S. attacking Huawei. Behind that was the Belt and Road campaign, which is an attempt to push Chinese influence into Africa and Latin America and South Asia. And the U.S. is now pushing back. There's a little bit of a good news story here the last couple of days, Kelly, too. 2 weeks ago, the U.S. tried to have an undersecretary visit Vice Minister, Foreign Minister of China, and China offered up a fifth level official. We turned it down, which is the right thing to do. Yesterday, they offered up a vice minister, or the vice minister, foreign minister, which means they're now on parity. So I think long term, we have to have dialogue with China. We're the only two elephants that are left in the room. We have to find a way to at least manage ourselves to not blow the place up. And more dialogue is better than less dialogue.
Okay, so you heard it for yourself that there is definitely a lot of fireworks, a lot of gunfire, a bit of this what they call tension in the air or undercurrent, right? At the moment now between China and US, and of course the one got hit is all these Chinese stocks. So that's one way to look at it. This could be a good time to buy into the Chinese stocks if you believe that maybe later on the two big elephants can come to a conclusion and they may actually work together. But on the flip side, if this is going to continue, then of course the margin calls and all the problem will escalate further. And if the equity market do pull back for any reason, all these counter will get wiped pretty badly. And that is whereby you can be paying like for 50 cents for $2 right now. You get my point? So I don't say that you cannot buy the US, the Chinese stock right now, but I'll just say go slow on this. You can buy progressively, but you must be very careful that some business can go bust and or it may just go dead for a long while. Okay? All right. All right, so let's just look at the reason to be bullish right now. Okay, so first of all, you can see that overall, even though there's a very ugly delta-driven growth in the market, so initially on Monday, but after that, all the markets have recovered, and this show you that there's still a lot of money buying into the equity market. And you look at the different sector, we're talking from financial to industrial to healthcare, technology, discretional consumer sector. All these are doing very well. The only downer for last week is just on Friday, is energy and utilities. But overall, most of them are up. So that's why this is one of the reasons why the market is still filled with a lot of buying activity, a lot of money in the system. And of course, usually we do see that cyclical and defensive, they don't really move hand in hand. But last week, entire week, we can look at it, they move right hand in hand. So that's again, that shows that a lot of buying, okay? It's very sure that there's a lot of buying in the market right now. And this is the tech shares to watch out for. So let's watch this earnings this week, and we know that what are the days to look out for, right? Let's watch this.
Get ready for a barrage of big tech earnings. Apple, Alphabet, Amazon, and Facebook set to report results next week. Josh Lipton with the preview. Josh.
So, Sarah, investors are about to have a very busy week. In fact, the busiest week of earnings. For tech investors in particular, the next date to circle here is next Tuesday after the bell. That's when 3 of the mega caps are going to be reporting their earnings results. So that's Apple, which is enjoying, we know, strong tailwinds. Key question for investors there, whether that strength is sustainable. Microsoft, where Citi just this week took its price target to a street high, $378. They expect a strong finish to Microsoft's fiscal year with recovering IT budgets. And Alphabet, our own Jim Cramer this morning saying that Twitter and staff results bode well, and he's betting for Alphabet as well as Facebook. Among those FANG names, by the way, is Alphabet that takes the gold so far in 2021 by a long shot. Check out that stock, it's down some 50%. Late in the week, the earnings parade continues. Facebook report results on July 28th, Amazon on July 29th. The tech-heavy NASDAQ just had its best week since early April, by the way. The index now up 15% this year. Back to you.
Okay, so you can see for yourself, we have very big data coming out from Microsoft, Apple, and one more would be Microsoft and Alphabet. Okay. So all of them, look at the counters, all of them have went up quite substantially. Look at it, like Alphabet is up by $600 since March. Then Microsoft is up by almost $50 since March. Then Apple is up by almost $25 since March. So $25 is not a lot, but you look at the price of it, right? It's quite a bit, it's substantial, it's more than 10%. So basically, most counters are by 10 to 15% from March, all right? So they're all buying in anticipation for this. Well, they buy in March, right? So they buy in March, April, May, June, they buy already before then. So July, if the data come out, if the data is good, right, they will do that. Can I Hold, guys. There's I think Mo is calling me right now. Just give me a short moment, please. Everybody, hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me right now? Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Seems like cannot. Okay. Oh, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Apology. That's how the. It's not MOH to call me. It's my company's one of the grassroots leader call me because they want to find out more about what's happening and stuff like that. That is the reason. Thank you guys for waiting for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so do take note of that. We're going to have very big data coming out. So it'll be Tuesday, there'll be Alphabet, there'll be Microsoft, and Wednesday will be Facebook. All right, so guys, do watch out for that. Okay, it's going to be a big week this week. Okay, now we're going to go into the alternate market views right now to wrap it up for today. Now the alternate market view, the fundamental. Okay, right? Fun is like okay, it's a lot of fun here. Okay, mental is like a lot of mental strength needed. So what we can see that over the last 9 to 12 months, okay, what you can see is really some insanity here. Now, all along, you can see that from the chart, you can see the equity market goes up because the surprise index goes up. Surprise index is all the data that is following the fundamental. So when the fundamentals turn south, okay, you can see that the equity market also come down. So after that at all, when the market when the fundamentals flip around again, that's why the equity market goes ballistic. So we can understand this. But there is a very interesting twist of fate since last year, November. Last year, November, things had to change dramatically. The economic surprise index has been going down. You can see that very clearly. But the equity market is going up on its own. So which means that, right, there is a very big decouple. Now, what happened here is because, if you remember, that was a time whereby three things happened. Number one, the banks are allowed to use their reserve to buy into equity market. So that was a very big thing that causes the market to go crazy. Second thing is that the Jerome Powell and team, they put in another $2 trillion into the market. And of course, the biggest one is because the election. After the Biden came in the picture, right? Obviously, Biden came in a lot of infrastructure and a lot of stuff. And that is a three big reason causing the stock market to rally up. So but the problem is that the economy did not recover, and no matter how much money you've been pumping, the economy is actually going down. So that is the reason why it is a very big decouple from here. And it's either that the economy strengthened all the way itself, or the equity market had to come down. So that is the reason why I kind of suspect that, right, the latter will be higher chance. So which means that if the market cannot take it anymore, and there's going to be any reason to sell off, like this due to the tapering, then there is a good chance that this may actually happen. Okay, so my view is this: any price that is fair deal, I think it's about 3,800. Now, today's S&P now is trading at about 4,400, right? So I believe that there should be a downdraft to 3,800. Now that will be about 10%, 8% to -8% to -10%. My view is somewhere around there. I believe that the market has to come down by this bit, and then maybe the economic recovery will be there. Because when you put lesser people out from trading market, right, you reduce their winning streak in the stock market, they may go back to work. That is what I feel should happen. All right, so you can see also at the same time, usually the US dollar index, you notice that dollar have been very tightly, the movement is always very tightly squeezed with one another. But again, same thing from last year onwards, right? Sorry, early this year during the March period, you can see the S&P go on its own, but the US dollar didn't really follow through. So the question will be, what happened if the dollar index really goes up? Now this is inverted, by the way. It's inverted, inverted dollar index, inverted. So if the dollar actually, now it's strengthening, right? If the dollar weaken, so by right itself, right, it will cause the S&P to go higher because that is where a lot of money coming in. All right, but again, the thing is that now we're totally decost one another. So somewhere it's very wrong in the market. So this is, remember, this inverted. So that's why the dollar is strengthening. That's why but the S&P is still going up. So it doesn't really make much sense in the market. All right, so again, all these are telling you the system got a big problem. All right, they are trying to manipulate the market. It's not going into rational thinking. So this will go very dangerous. And the last one is the 10-year real yields. You can see that the yield also inverted. You can see very clearly that the real yield inverted. That means yield is going down, but the gold is actually sideways. Now all the way you can see that the 10-year real inverted and the gold move in tandem. So again, this is also not moving in tandem. So what we suspect is that maybe later on gold may go up to meet up with the real yields, and if real yields do come down inverted, it may do this. So gold, there is a possibility for gold to go up to 1900 if the yield actually start to climb back up again. If it climb back up again, okay, this is the inverted. Do note that all these are inverted. Okay, all right, and this is the one that we talk about. I will talk about this tomorrow. This is the November 26 bill yield spread versus the 21 December spread. So you can see that the spread have been going sideways, but last 3 days the market just went up. All right. So a treasury bill is a short-term U.S. government debt obligation backed by Treasury Department with a maturity of 1 year or less. So it's like the government borrow money from the people. And then, of course, because Janet Yellen now, right, tell the Congress to raise the debt ceiling. If not, it's right, there'll be a bit of problem. In fact, it may be serious problem. And this is actually a pretty thing that we've always been doing. And of course, Congress will eventually say, okay, let's leave it out, let's leave it out, let's leave it out. So it will never stop. That's why you can see that the amount of money that's coming in the system is never going to stop, because if you keep on raising the debt ceiling, there's no way going to stop this. But of course, if there is a way Congress say, no, enough is enough, let's do something to it, then we may have a pullback, and this could be pretty drastic, okay? So that's the reason why tomorrow we talk about this treasury yields, treasury bills, and we talk about also why there's a reverse repo operation. It'll be a very dry topic for tomorrow, but it's very, very interesting. That'll be done during the Super Tuesday, okay? All right, that will be all for today's MAO. Thank you for waiting for me earlier. I appreciate that. I hope you will win a lot of money today, and all the best for trading. This is Cal signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.